Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we are taking a look at the After Dark expansion for Cities Skylines, brought to you by Paradox Interactive. And it's loading back into a city I've been playing on and off for a little while now, I can speak, I promise you, to try and get into better examples of the things that the After Dark expansion has added. So this is my city. I never could get the hang of proper pathing for cars, which is one of the main things you need to learn for this game, so do not be expecting, good lord, ideal layouts here. I was just trying to push a city along as fast as possible. Right now I am suffering from a massive deficit of low tier workers, so my factories are constantly going out of business. And I'm not quite sure what to do about that, to be honest. We're on the slowest speed, yeah. So, you will have already, hopefully, seen that I covered the base game, Cities Skylines, at release. So you can check out my Let's Look At of that. I'm going to assume knowledge of the basics of the game, how it plays, and mainly just focus on going over what gets added in the expansion. So, actually, I don't know if this was in the main game or not, but if you haven't seen it, this is the Magica-themed theme park that you can get that I very much enjoy. It's kind of like the centerpiece of my commercial district. Let me get rid of these bulldozed houses. So there was also a free update for everybody who had the game, which added some features, but then the main additions were from the expansion here. So what do you get? Well, first of all, you get a fancy day and night cycle. That's what I meant to say. And you see that now, and depending on the kind of road you lay, they have different coloured lamps, so I kind of did this on purpose just to show off the various colours. You can also kind of use that to denote districts, I suppose, but that's what you have the other features for. So yeah, you have a proper day and night cycle, and the traffic changes during day and night, unless of course you just have a 24-hour congestion like I do here. Why is this happening? This was not happening last time I was playing this file. Did I add a new road by mistake and mess something up? I think I might have. Damn. I mean, I could probably maybe build like what's the word I'm looking for? An off-ramp here and try and get into the city like here-ish. I'd have to bulldoze a house, but that might help congestion. We might try that in a second. I don't know if that'll do anything. To go back to what the game covered, sorry, the expansion covered. Day and night cycle. Also, you can specialize your commercial districts. So I haven't really done that yet, but when you get into your commercial districts here, you can denote areas that will focus more on the kind of places that would do better at night, like casinos, or you could specialise them for tourism. So it gives you a bit more control over areas of your city, what they specialise in. You'll know when they're likely to be busy depending on their specialisation and so on. They've also expanded the city services in the expansion, so there's a new taxi service, there's new cargo hubs, there's new bus terminals. In fact, I think I have one of those, which is, that's it here, right? Well, it's a bus station. I'm not sure if that's classed as that, but it's so that customers and passengers, rather, can change from one line to another. What is your problem here? Too few services. Ah. Well, I'm generating money as I speak, so maybe I can expand my services soon. That's the main terminal I have, and I also do have a taxi rank somewhere, I think. Yeah, there. That's a very stupid place to have it. Taxis in Q0 out of 5. Yeah, clearly I'm not a city planner, but then I never claimed to be either. So the airport has also been expanded to have a huge international one, which will improve tourism. That's kind of late game stuff that I couldn't get into in time to make this video. I've been playing, like I said at the start, on and off, just trying to get my city up, and I've only got it up to 13,000 people. That's not really that much, but you know, the end of the year is being very busy, so I'm not having a lot of time to get into this. I've only just got the expanded, the office space and the high density commercial and residential. But my overall feelings of the expansion, when I kind of read the list of stuff that it added, I thought that's kind of cool. I like the idea of the city being in some ways more alive at night than during the day, depending on what you choose to specialise in. That's good. And I like some of the basic changes as well. And for people who are really into trying to solve all traffic problems, it's giving you more tools to do that. That said though, I had to play in very far until that even mattered a little bit. I mean, I put in... I can't check my Steam right now. I think it's like at least 4 hours. I build slowly. I know you can speed up the city. There you go, I'm on the fastest speed now. I like building slowly. So I wasn't really feeling the changes of the expansion. And to this point, I'm still not feeling them that much. And I would say that's really the only thing that's not necessarily disappointed me, but surprised me. I was expecting the expansion stuff to be deeper ingrained right from the off. But maybe it was more aimed at people who have plenty of fully fledged cities that are bustling, and it's just more stuff to toy with there. So yeah, you're not going to feel... Oh yeah. Sick of having no services, he left. Good riddance. Maybe it is for people who have already spent a long time on a bunch of cities. And again, keep in mind also, I've only just expanded into a second square. We can have like 4. So it's not going to add much to a new start. Also, these streetlights should be turning off. Come on, it's morning now. You're wasting electricity, people. What's that symbol there? Oh, harsh prison sentences. Yeah, I'm not taking any crap. Did I cover that? I actually think I forgot to cover that. So you can now build prisons, and prisoners will be taken to prison to serve time. So you can't just get by on police stations anymore. Although, from a crime perspective, my city is actually doing well. It's one of the few areas my city is okay. Also, let me quickly press off the window for a second. I'm just making sure the audio isn't too loud. Yeah, it's fine. I think education-wise I'm doing okay as well, but maybe even too well. Because like I said, I've got a low-tier worker problem. I have too many high-educated, I guess, who want to go work in my fancy area down here, where there's like a uni and there's forestation industry and what have you. That said, there is a lot of red houses though, isn't there? So elementary school's almost at saturation. High school needs more. Or hang on, eligible capacity. Yeah, I need a new high school. Uni is more than covered. So I need a new elementary school and a new high school. So there goes all that money I was going to use to expand my services. So, a new elementary school. Let's see. Crossroads and traffic. Yeah, I know, I'm terrible at it. I guess we could just... Oh, that's one right there. Sure, noise pollution won't matter to preschool people. And we wanted another high school, which I guess I will put there. And will they have power? Yes, they will. Will they have water? Yes, they will. So that might solve a little problem that I didn't realise I had. But general congestion is never going to be sorted because I can never wrap my head around it. I really should install that mod that automatically gets rid of abandoned buildings. Let's have a look at Prospect Heights. That seems to be doing alright. Also, forestation specialised industry seems to catch fire more often than I feel it should. That has not changed from the base game. Truck. You've seriously... What are you doing? It's a good job those other cars can just phase through you like you're a ghost. Yeah, traffic is clearly not my strong suit. General happiness is fine though. Garbage is backed up a little bit. Let's see here. Landfill use is 54%. I do have an incinerator now, right? Don't I? Or did I get access to it and just not build it? No, I did build it. Oh yeah, I forgot I did this mocap thing over here where I have an incineration plant right across from a graveyard. And then there's also a garbage dump there because I just needed the space. So the asking price, by the way, for the After Dark expansion is £10.99, which I must admit I was a little bit disappointed when I saw that price. I'm not usually this negative, but I was expecting more from something which is a pretty hefty expansion price. But maybe it's just not meant for new cities. It is meant for established places with industry and commercial already done, so then you can just start mucking around with the specializations and get up to those high tier things like the international airport. Maybe that is the focus. But for me it isn't really, it doesn't add a lot. The base game is great. Don't get me wrong, my opinion has not changed since the Let's Look At of Cities Skylines. The game is still very good. It's better than SimCity. In almost every possible, feasible way, it is better. It's just very, very relaxing, fun to play. As long as you don't get too stressed out over traffic problems, because they will always happen regardless of how well you think you've built your city. It's just the expansion I think is overpriced for what it adds. That's the long and the short of it. And really, I don't have much more to say than that, which is very disappointing. I usually have more to say one way or the other, but that is all I have right now. I have put a lot of time into this city. I do play slowly, but I've tried to see as much of the expansion content as I can, and it hasn't really revealed itself to me. So, I mean, don't take this as a review. It's first impressions. The first impressions are not good, but that doesn't mean that the long-term impressions won't be. And I would definitely encourage you, if you are put off about potentially buying the expansion after hearing this, go read the Steam reviews for it. It's actually currently very positive, so I'm clearly in the minority. Read about when you get to toy with it more, because that's really the only complaint I have. I'm not feeling like I'm getting a chance to toy with it very much, because you have to play so far in before you can start doing it. This doesn't feel any different to me so far, than other than the nighttime lighting, I guess, than the city I had going in the old Let's Look At. And for £10.99 I was expecting a bit more, I guess. So I guess I could just play on a little bit, maybe try and solve this issues. We need a few more housing, we need a lot more commercial, I guess. Medium demand for commercial, and we need medium demand for industry. Well, industry more so needs to solve this worker problem, although actually those schools seem to have done it. Yeah. Alright, there's a little bit of problem there, but before I started, all these buildings were complaining about not having enough workers. And we are still bringing in new people. So yeah, we can build out a little bit here. So the commercial is kind of... I've ran out of space for commercial over here. If we do like, I think this is double roads here, isn't it? Yeah. No, that is not the right road. Scratch that, scratch that. So it must just be... Was it just this normal sized road? Yeah, it was. So there's another housing block. Ah, I used double roads here, okay. Can you not just like bend round? Really? Ah, this park needs to go. There. Are you unhappy? I've just moved it like 2 feet to the right. There we are. So, medium demand for commercial. Let's get that sorted. Let's put in some high density commercial there, 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 and some high density residential right there, and there, and there, and there, and there. And then let's make sure they have power, and well, they should have power once it starts transferring over, but I can probably just do that to make sure of it. Water, I'm not quite going to get full coverage, so we'll do that, that. What's my power doing? My power is going to run out, so it's time for more wind turbines, or water ones, depending on where I can put them. So that's I'm going to do 5. That's occupied. That's occupied. 12. Oh, 12. I'm running out of beach. And 9. That'll do. So 21 more megawatts. We're still only in the yellow. There. Sorted. So that should bring down most of them once the buildings start moving in, which they already are. Yeah, I know you're thinking you've got no power to link to, but you will in a second once these buildings pop up. There is more building variety as well. That's not specific to an expansion thing, I think. The free update added that. So you're less likely to see 4 buildings of the same type right next to each other. So far, anyway. I haven't really experienced that as badly as I did last time. That said, though, the backs of these buildings are all the same. 2 are the same on the front. Well, actually, those 2 are the same as well. Yeah, there's mild variation. Okay, we're seeing a lot of donut signs here, but I didn't exactly give these shops a lot of space to grow. Yeah, there's those new houses coming in. I do love the high density residential buildings and whatnot, and the commercial ones. They look nice. That's a very popular park. Oh, it's women's volleyball, or men's volleyball. That explains it. Hearing a lot of sirens though. So I don't really have anything else to say. Skylines is still a game it's a very hard name to say. Cities Skylines. Oh, you're full, aren't you? No more room. Do I not have the incineration? Once I build another incineration plant. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't have much more to say. The base game I still love a lot. Still massively, massively recommend. It's on my Steam curator list and will remain so because it is really, really good. I just don't think you need to rush to go out of your way to get the expansion. And that about covers it. Can I link this up? Oh, I totally can. Good. Not operating. Why are you not operating? I didn't actually realise the incineration plant produced electricity. I thought it was just burning the landfill stuff. Empty building to another facility. Yeah. Empty building to another facility. Multiple problems. That's fine. You'll work steadily. I've still got another one down here if it's not full. So yeah, we're going to keep this one a bit short. That is all I have to say. The base game, massively, massively recommended. The After Dark expansion, if you want more, and if it's on offer, absolutely. If there's some kind of combined pack, also absolutely. It's better than SimCity in general. This particular expansion though didn't really do anything for me and it's a shame. But yeah, the game itself still massively recommended. And with that, thanks very much for watching. There will be a link to the Steam store page for the game, the expansion specifically, in the description box, so I definitely encourage you, go check out reviews from people who've played it for a lot longer than me. I'm clearly in the minority in my opinion because it's very positive on Steam. So, you know, do your research. This was first impressions, this was not a review. Hope you enjoyed, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.